Abhishek,
Sir?
pattern batao.
Sir, rocket pattern है sir. It will go upwards.
There is no rocket pattern.
Sir, it is going up.
No, that's... try again.
Sir, double hilltop pattern. It's on top. Market is going
Dude, just give me one normal continuation reversal pattern.
Sir, upward pattern. Market ऊपर ही जाएगा.
Guys, this is the problem with patterns. किसी को कुछ दिखता है, किसी को कुछ दिखता है. Next he'll say Batman pattern. That's the problem. It's a little subjective and you want to use a quantitative way to trade. So try to use an indicator. So instead of me doing a video and just talking in front of the camera, I got a little bored. So I dragged this guy, Abhishek, right here. He genuinely doesn't understand indicators yet. And I thought maybe we should try to learn an ultimate guide to indicators for anyone who doesn't know how it works in 3 steps. There are 2 types of indicators, okay? The first kind is called an overlay indicator. तो उसका मतलब है overlay होगा. It will be on the chart. Go to indicators and add a moving average. Search for moving.
I'm sorry, I can't see sir.
Use your laptop.
अच्छा 2 आ गए sir. Sorry.
So this is a moving average. It says SMA 9, which is a simple moving average 9. This is simply an average of the last 9 bars. Each bar is 1 week. अगर SMA 9 है and ये weekly chart है, तो 9 SMA means how many weeks?
9 weeks.
9 weeks, correct. So if I want to make this 52 weeks, 52 weeks is what?
52 weeks
is 1 year. 1 year. तो अगर मुझे yearly एक बनाना हो, तो I simply just go there, click on settings, click. Now change that length 9 to 52. तो अब ये 52 bars हो गया. Since it's a weekly chart, it's 52 weeks. तो अब ये 52 weeks का average बन गया. But basically this is an overlay indicator. ठीक है. There's another kind of indicator which is called, it's not underlay, but it is an oscillator. वो नीचे आता है. And let's just add it first. Search for RSI. As you'll notice, this RSI is moving between वो नीचे वाला band है, that's 30. And वो ऊपर वाला जो line है, that's 70. So an oscillator basically oscillates between 2 numbers, 30, 70, 30, 70. तो आप देखोगे कि ये price ऊपर जा रहा है, RSI भी ऊपर जा रहा है. So it's telling us that there is momentum in price. And it's also telling us whether it's overbought or oversold. So we don't need to get in those details, but an oscillator basically oscillates between 70 and 30, 100 and 0 actually, but the bands are 70 and 30. So that's in what kind of indicators in moving average? इनमें से oscillator कौन सा है?
टेस्ट हो रहा है क्या?
हाँ.
अच्छा नीचे वाला है सर.
नीचे वाला RSI. And overlay कौन सा है?
Smart. Moving average.
Got it, right? So these are the 2 kinds. So now you need to understand time frame. If you're starting out, I would always recommend try a higher time frame like a daily or a weekly. For example, so you'll notice you can tell the trend quite nicely over here कि ये sideways था, फिर downwards आया, फिर up trend वापस type आ गया. Change the daily to monthly now. Isn't it clearer? And this is from 2005 to now. Can you tell me ये कौन सा trend है?
Uptrend sir.
Isn't it clearer when you're looking at a higher time frame? So I would always recommend, if you are a beginner, start with a higher time frame like a weekly or if you can a monthly chart. So the first thing is a good time frame. So let's change this back to weekly. Now what kind of indicators work in what kind of time frame? So if you're looking at a higher time frame like a weekly or a monthly, moving average. अब this one interesting thing, there are a lot of indicators which basically take price, take the average, do a little bit of calculation here and there, थोड़ा ऐसे जिगरी पोकरी, and you basically get a line. अब EMA is basically a moving average, it's a weighted moving average. Then there's Williams alligator बन गया है. तो बहुत सारे averages हैं, बहुत सारे indicators हैं, which are mostly based on this principle of averaging out price over a long period of time. So that's why I'm saying moving average is the basis of all of those other indicators. तो ठीक है, this was the longer time frame. Let's go to the shorter time frame. 15 मिनट का चार्ट खोल लो. Open up something called Supertrend. So Supertrend is basically based on, actually any indicator is based on 3 things. Open, high, low, close, which is price. Second, volatility, which means कितना ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है relative to its past. And third, volume. The Supertrend is based on volatility. जितना price expand करेगा एक direction में, उतना it will find out whether it's an uptrend or a downtrend. Now I'm not saying use this to trade and all, but in a lower time frame, a lot of people use the Supertrend. Basically, the green means it's in a bullish side when looking at volatility, and red means it's on the bearish side. Again, see, this is why I don't like shorter time frames generally. Can you see how many times the trend has changed according to Supertrend? Green, red.
Yes, sir. Green, red.
You see that one nice run up, right? This is what intraday traders are trying to basically catch. Okay. So let's move to step 3. There are 2 types of indicators. They're called leading and lagging. So a leading indicator is like a GPS, right? It's telling you कि आगे traffic मिलेगा, आगे 200 meter में left लेना है, etc. So this, what do you think this parabolic SAR is trying to do?
The direction of the trend.
हाँ, so ऊपर over there we see that dotted line moving downwards. It means it's saying it's a downtrend. Now वो थोड़ा advance में बता रहा है कि it's likely to continue, right? You see that? So now why don't you change the time frame a little bit? अभी तक what's the trend over here right now?
Uptrend.
It actually is saying that the trend has changed downwards because we have a dotted line on top. But
So,
just change it
अगले में
to...
तो नहीं होगा.
We don't do 4 hours, but let's just do 4 hours to see what we get. Just for fun. Okay.
It's in a,
इसमें क्या है?
looks like the direction is upwards.
So that's very interesting, right? It means that in a higher time frame, it's saying कि it's just a pullback, trend तो up ही है. Lower time frames are saying no, trend is now down. So that's a function of time frame. You should use one time frame only. But the parabolic SAR in this case is saying it's an uptrend because we have this down. And this is called a leading indicator. It's trying to lead you into what's going to happen in the future. But do you think it always works?
I don't think so, sir. It is not.
Yeah, guess what? People have tried to predict stock prices using indicators. It never works. Stock market is not about predicting prices ever, whether it's an indicator or whether it's anyone, right? No one knows where price will go. It just increases your probability. That's it.
Probability of?
Winning or losing. That's it, right? Can it be false? Of course it can be. So इसमें pros and cons क्या है? I think the pro is you're trying to judge what price did recently, and basis of that you're trying to get a probability. So I guess there's a pro there that it's not looking too much into the past. The con is that you will get false signals, and on the basis of that you may lose. So in the end, the only thing that matters is how you manage your risk. So does that make sense? Leading indicator समझ आ गया क्या होता है?
हाँ sir, आ रहा है.
We're not getting into the details of each of these indicators, right? We're just giving you a basis of what indicators are and their types. But if you want us to cover any indicator in depth properly with Abhishek Bhai over here, then we can go into that. Sounds good?
Sounds sir.
फिर से आना पड़ेगा तुमको. If we get a comment. The next we have is lagging indicator. But इसमें definitions नहीं करते हैं. You wanna do an actual example?
Yes sir, I would prefer that.
तो first, एक तो remove this.
Okay, done.
Add another moving average. You already have the 52 moving average. Now add one more, say, 20 moving average. All right. So basically what you want is you have a long-term moving average, which is your white line. Now notice we have 2 lines. I know there's a lot on the screen, but just look at 2 lines. We have the white line, which is 20. Then we have the pink line, which is the longer-term moving average. So now imagine, let's suppose price is going up and then price goes down. So let's imagine what moving average will do over here. The long-term moving average will be moving like this because price is going up. But when price falls, the long-term moving average will not fall. थोड़ा time लगेगा उसको गिरने के लिए, right?
Long-term moving average.
Yeah, because it's a 52-week moving average, right? It will take time to find the average of the movement down. So notice, price is going up, all right? Look at the pink line. The pink line, even after that fall, is still going up. Can you see? But if you notice, this moving average starts falling here. But the white moving average, which is the shorter term, starts falling a little earlier. You see that, right?
Right, because of the number of
Because the
X.
number. So basically, this means when they cross downwards, it means downtrend out there.
Oh, acha.
Okay. The opposite is also true. Come here in July, you'll notice now the opposite is happening. It's crossing over, right? So
Both of them.
Both of them like this, right? So that means that the trend is now moving up. But it happens a little late. See, नीचे से already reversal आ चुका था and the cross happened afterwards. So it's a little lagging.
Okay.
That's what it is. So इसमें pro ये है that it happens after a lot of confirmation. When the trend actually changes, you actually get the signal of a buy or a sell. The con is that it's late. Right? Also, I think people say that इसमें whipsaws, जैसे कि गलत trades थोड़े कम आते हैं because it comes after some confirmation. I would तो say देखो go from daily to like a weekly, like change it weekly. Cross बताओ कहाँ हुआ है?
क्रॉस नंबर ये था आपका डाउन ट्रेंड.
Nice, perfect. Isn't it simpler on a longer time frame? And where was the buy cross when it's
बाय
going up?
क्रॉस इज
Excellent, right?
Yeah, this
देखो
one.
थोड़ा late आया है देखो.
हाँ द शॉर्टर टर्म.
But it's like a confirmed version of like an indicator. So that's what a lagging indicator is.
ठीक है, तो समझ गया. अभी आप एक काम करिए, मेरे को ना 5-10 बेस्ट इंडिकेटर दे दो, मैं साइड लगा दूंगा यहाँ पे.
और फिर क्या करोगे?
ट्रेड.
नहीं. So I think a lot of people do this. Even I did this.
Oh.
Don't do this. Otherwise, your screen will look like this. You want one indicator, maximum 2, and that's it.
बस.
Confirmation के लिए एक रख सकते हो, right? But actually पैसा कैसे बनेगा? Indicator से बनेगा क्या? What's the best indicator? If I have to pick 1 or 2, what would it be?
आप बताओगे.
There is no indicator like this. There'll be a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of misinformation on the web saying this indicator is best. Even we might make some thumbnail like that, but we'll always say there is never a single indicator that can give you all the answers or all the correct buy and sell. In any case, no one in the world can actually use an indicator and do it. What you can do is make a system out of an indicator.
System.
System.
You mean?
System मतलब set of rules होंगे उसमें. तो when this happens, then I'll buy. When that happens, then I'll sell.
Okay.
I will select this stock based on this mathematical reasoning. The system makes money over a period of time. An individual trade does not. And system में तो LearnApp Prime सिखाता है system for free every weekend. तुमने attend क्यों नहीं किया अभी तक?
मैं अभी करूँगा.
तुम यहाँ पे काम करते हो ना? Reject हुए हो ना तुम? Because everyone doesn't get in. So I think you should also join, and you're watching. Go fill up the form. You might get rejected, but if you get in, you'll learn how to build a system for free. Please do that.
I'll try to get in, sir.
So if we get enough likes, enough comments, say nice things, talk about Abhishek.
Please. बोलो.
Talk about this series if you liked it. We'll make a part 2 where we go into divergences and many other technical analysis concepts. But we need to have demand because that's how stock prices work. That's how this YouTube channel also works. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like, give a comment, say something nice. We also have bloopers at the end of this. तो उसको enjoy करो. Must.
But like कर दीजिए.
And we'll make a part 2 if you say that we should.
Yes, sir, I want to understand. Please comment करो. नहीं, I want to understand all the indicators.
ये ज़्यादा
Comment में डालो.
नहीं, ये करना ही नहीं मेरे को.
Sir, where?
हो गया बस.